Guys, one of the most common questions we get asked in our office is what causes low back pain. Again, very good and great question to ask. One of the most common answers that we see, one of the most common causes that we see is what we call repetitive stress. Now, repetitive stress can come in the forms of many, okay? The first one is corporate stress, sitting at work all day. The second one is driving, whether you're Uber, Lyft, or anything like that, or just regular driving. And the third one is, okay, repetitive stresses such as construction workers, laborers, or anything like that where you're doing a constant repetitive motion over and over again, okay? Now, we just talked about in another video how soft tissue plays a very important role in this repetitive stress, and we're gonna go through not only the proper ergonomics of posture and sitting, but also the negative and what it can cause you to have, such as that low back pain. Most common form of repetitive stress we see in this office is what we call corporate lifestyle. Now, what I'm going to have Amber do is portray what a corporate off-style lifestyle is going to be. So what I'm going to have Amber do is lean forward, okay, arch those shoulders around, and sit at that desk. Now, this is what we call negative posture or poor posture in office. Now, let's go through a couple things. When you're sitting like this at work all day, remember, we have those muscles, ligaments, and tendons of the low back, which we see here, that are supposed to stabilize our low back, right? However, when we're arched and we're leaning forward like this, over time, we start to see that spine shift. Now, when we do that, these muscles, ligaments, and tendons that are connected from the spine to the hips and to our extremities are going to be stretched out, okay? And over time, as they stretch out like a rubber band, they start to break down and cause scar tissue to form. What scar tissue is an adhesion in the body that's built up on bad tissue. It's built up on good tissue, but over time, it's going to cause you to be more prone to more injuries, and accidents. So what we're going to do now is show you a proper posture. Okay, now there's a couple things we're going to do. We're going to start from the bottom up. First thing is, let's talk about Amber's legs. Okay, if we see here, Amber's femur, tibia, and fibia, okay, are in what we call a 90-degree angle here. This is the first part. This is going to give us relaxation of our hamstring muscles. The second thing we want Amber to do is have a nice lumbar curve in her low back here. And if we need to have accessories such as a pillow or a brace to help stabilize that, we can. But we want to make sure she has a nice curve in her low back. The next thing we want to have Amber have is a nice 90 degrees from her elbows down to her hands from where we see the monitor and the keyboard. This is going to give us a solid foundation, okay, because when we bring these shoulders back, it's going to squeeze that posterior chain. Remember those muscles we talked about on the back side of our spine that are going to stabilize our core? We want to make sure these are activated at all times. Last but not least, we want to make sure that the monitor is directly at eye level or a little bit above. We never want the head to be tilted down or looking down like that. Over time, guys, if we don't have this proper posture, especially our corporate workers, this is what we're going to suffer from, all right? Having low back pain, neck pain, and other things like that. If you have any other questions or concerns, please leave it in the comments.